Mm. Hi everyone, today I want to talk about software development methodologies. We will go through different approaches like Waterfall, Agile, Scrum, Kanban, and some other interesting words. Let's go. So what is a methodology? It's basically the answer to how do we work together to get the project done. Let's start with the traditional way of doing projects. In a traditional approach, we plan everything up front. You know exactly what you want at the start. You move through fixed stages: requirement, design, implementation, testing, delivery. There is no turning back. If something changes, it's very hard and expensive to fix later. Now let's look at the flexible approach. Imagine you are doing home renovation. You wouldn't like to wait for 6 months to see the whole apartment looks good. Instead, you would renovate one room at a time, paint the walls, fix the lights, choose the furniture. You finish a small part, check it, show it to your family, and if needed, make some changes right away. Flexible model works the same way. In each small cycle, the team goes through all small stages: analysis, design, coding, testing, delivery. Each cycle gives a working result and a chance to adjust. This way, you avoid disasters and keep moving forward faster and safely. On the left, in the traditional, here you can see difference. On the left, in the traditional approach, we go through each stages only once, step by step, no going back. On the right, in the flexible approach, we go through all the stages again and again in small cycles. In this picture, you can clearly see the difference. Everything is planning in the traditional model. Everything is planning from the scratch. You only see the final product at the very end. The flexible model, you build the improve step by step. You can see the progress earlier, give feedback and make changes. The most famous traditional model is Waterfall. It's like building a house. First the foundation, then the walls, then the roof, step by step in an order. You don't move to the next step until the current one is finished, and you don't see the final result until the very end. Waterfall is great when the requirements are clear and stable, for example, in government or big industrial projects, but it is not very flexible for changing needs. In 2001, a group of 17 software developers met in a ski resort in Utah, the USA. They were tired of slow and heavy development processes, so they sat together and asked, how can we build software better and faster? That was how the Agile Manifesto was born. A new way of thinking about products. It says what we value: people and interactions more than just processes and tools, working software more than perfect documentation, customer collaboration more than contracts negotiation, responding to change more than following a strict plan. And of course, the things on the right are still important, but the things on the left are even more important to create great products. Some people joke that Agile means no planning, no documentation, but just code fast and complain later. But of course, that's not true. Agile is not a chaos. It's about being smart and flexible, planning just enough to move forward and adapting quickly when things change. And as a funny meme say, we are doing Agile because we installed Jira. But in a real life, Agile is not about tools. Now let's look at Scrum, one of the most popular Agile frameworks. You work in short sprints, usually 2 weeks. You have 3 roles: product owner, decide what should be built; Scrum Master helps the team stay focused and remove blockers; and team it's developers. There are also useful tools: product backlog, sprint blocking backlog, and at the end the increment, a working piece of product. Here is a Scrum cycle looks like. We plan the sprint, have daily stand-ups, show results at the end, and then reflect what went well, what can we improve. Simple but very powerful. But Scrum isn't not only about meetings, it's about values. Here are 5 Scrum values: commitment, focus, openness, respect, and courage. These values help the team stay strong and concentrated. Kanban is another flexible method, more visual and continuous. Tasks move through stages. To do, in progress, done, it can be flexible. Even everything is on the board, physical or digital. The key idea is don't start too much at once. That way you finish faster and better. Here are main Kanban's principles. Kanban is about evolution, not revolution. Let's talk about the key Kanban concept: story point. Story point don't measure time, they measure effort. We ask how big and hard is this task. We usually use the Fibonacci scale. It helps to compare tasks, prioritize, and track progress. Can't choose between Scrum and Kanban? Use both. Scrumban combines structure from Scrum, like roles and planning, and flow from Kanban, as no strict sprints, just smooth progresses. Best of both worlds. Let's now look at the team estimates efforts. We use different techniques: expert judgment, parametric estimating, 3-point estimation, and planning poker. Planning poker is a fun way to estimate tasks at team. Each person pick a card with the numbers with story points. We reveal all cards at once and talk about the difference. It's anonymous and democratic. Even quiet team members can share their views. Now let's talk about DevOps. It's a culture, not a position, where developers and operations work together, not like 2 separate teams, but one big team. They build, test, deploy, and monitor the product together. Here are the main DevOps principles: collaboration, automation, continuous improvement, customer focus, build with purpose. To make all this work, we need to track what we are doing. We can use popular tools like Jira, UTrack, GitHub projects, and other. We usually track story points, task status, assignment of team members, sprint progress, and change history. But remember, tools are just tools. They help, but they don't create Agile by themselves. Don't forget the real Agile value from the manifesto. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. All my contacts are in the description below. Let's keep in touch. Bye bye.